Hi guys! So, that's a pretty bad mess. So, I am going to try and build a new drip rail. This ought to be interesting. Okay, well I squared that edge up and I ran it down there. It's 3 inches and something wide. I don't remember off the top of my head. But that should be way more metal than I need. Because it's easier to work with a bigger piece of metal than a smaller one. So I'll chop it up and I'll go from there. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, that's what I cut out. I'm going to draw a freaking line across that. The teeth on the vise have a pretty good grip, and I really don't want to crush that in, so I'm trying to figure out some way of cushioning the teeth. I mean, once I get it folded over, even if it has teeth marks in it, I could probably hammer it out, but I'm trying to figure out how not to go there, but we'll see. Alrighty, I got a 45 in her, and she's bruised up a little bit, but hey. I'm going to try and fold that over into a lip. We'll see. I ended up using the vise. It'd be nice if I had a brake, because I could have just folded that over with the brake, but I don't have one, so gotta try and make it work. Okay guys, I gave up not trying to bruise it. It is what it is. Like I showed you earlier, I got in the 45 in the vise, and then I just started hammering dollying it. Well, hammering using back the vise. I got me a lip. Now if I can only figure out how to get the curve coming up to where it matches the panel. She's a little dented up. I'll try and straighten it out a little bit before I start bending it, but that's a lip. And it looks pretty straight going down it. She's a little curved, but that's the way actually it has to curve a little bit. We'll see. I'll keep working on it. If it doesn't work, we'll try it again. Okay. So I'm making this stuff by hand. I don't have fancy tools. I got the lip bent over, and I got the first crease in it. That's kind of hard to do one-handed. There's the crease, the lip. Looks like the panel needs to be straightened back out a little bit, because it needs to go about 1/4 inch. Best I can tell. So yeah, I'm working on it. She's a little dented up, but it is what it is. When you don't have the fancy tools, you gotta make it work. Just using the vise. I don't know if anybody's following along anymore, but I got that bend, and I started curving it around, but it's all messed up. Well, it's not messed up, it's hammered. So it needs that curve, and then it's got to come down to about 1/4 inch to make the curve to come into this panel. So I put my dolly in the frickin' vise, and I'm going to try and straighten this out a little bit. And I think I'm going to run a line down it at 1/4 inch and start bending that. I don't know. When you don't have the fancy tools, you gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, this is at an angle already, so I can't just run a straight edge. So I took a piece of metal that fit in there about where I wanted and just ran it down with the marker. That way it ran along that curve. That way I got the same amount all the way along it. We'll see. Well, guys, I'd love to say that there's an easy way to do this. And you just do this, this, and this. Pretty much that's what you need to come up with. I used the vise. And I used my different dollies clamped in the vise and my hammers, and just kept tweaking it around. She still needs to go curve the other way, but let's see if I can do this. That's not too bad. So that's pretty much what you got to build. And there's no set platform to do it without some special machining. So it has the arch going that way. I gotta get the arch going the other way. I think when I cut this off, I'll be able to tweak it into an arch going the other way. But that's what you need. She's a little beat up, but it's better than that. So what can I say? Anyways, garage is at 61 degrees. It's pretty nice for Christmas. And that drum thing worked pretty damn good last night. I gotta get some more drum pads from someplace. I'm looking, so I can strip the rest of the car. But yeah, that didn't turn out too freaking bad. That Ospro keeps it from flash rusting. I found a Bondo dent in there. But yeah. Well, that's about it for tonight, guys. Talk to you guys later.